Back at it again, and you guys asked for it, and so I am here to deliver. You guys asked to discuss this situation in Maui, and so here we are. Prepare yourselves. You might hear some things that may really anger you. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. If you would like to help me out even further with this YouTube algorithm too, and to help get this message out there, all right, watch this video to the very end. It helps out tremendously. Also, you can share the video. It's the arrow button down below. You can copy the link and paste it anywhere you like. With that being said, let's dive in.
Lawyer's Take.
So will insurance pay for this disaster? Maui locals like these have called their insurance companies to get money to live and rebuild, but the insurance companies have denied their claims. You see, homeowners policies often
all of this in this video today is alleged, of course. I got to say that. Allegedly, of course.
require you to Insurance companies have denied their claims. You see, homeowners policies often require you to have no legal violations on your property. Now, many of these Maui locals have built without permits or done business from their residential properties. And so insurance won't pay, and now vulture land developers have swooped in, offering cash to take away the locals' property.
Angry yet? Not yet? Not yet? Okay. Check out this one.
So then I had another friend reach out who's in Maui and was telling me that the victims are being told by their insurance companies that their properties that burned were actually violating city code and will not be rebuilt. So an act of war, an act of nature, whatever it may be that took place in this area is now violating city code, and their insurance company is deciding not to cover it. Interesting that they were able to obtain an insurance policy to begin with if it was not within the city code. So then what is the point of insurance? If insurance is there to cover you in case an accident or something occurs, then what would be the point of having it if it doesn't cover you if that accident or incident occurs? These are questions we have to ask about this whole scenario and the entire thing in which is happening.
Quite interesting, huh? Quite interesting. Let's dive into this next clip.
What's really going on with Maui? Because I've seen a lot of videos of people that are actually there that are not adding up with anything that the media is saying. Apparently the media has death toll somewhere around 100 people, but people that are in Maui are saying it's well over 1,000. Apparently FEMA and the Red Cross are there, but they're doing nothing. They're apparently withholding supplies from people. And the only way that you can be assured that if you send something that people will get it is if you go through private organizations. Then I was told of a pledge that they are going to turn Maui into a 15-minute city, completely green and run by AI. And even my conspiracy brain was a little bit like, that's a hard pill to swallow. And then I did some research. So is this just a way to instrument this faster? And would the government really take out its own people? I mean, I do find it awfully strange that there's lots and lots of mansions there that were completely untouched in all of this. And we can find a granny who walked through the Capitol on January 6th, but we can't figure out how this fire started. Peculiar. Not to mention that the current police chief in Maui is the ex-police chief from the 2017 mass in Las Vegas. Biden has no comment and no plan of going there. Starting to look really similar to Palestine, Ohio, how we reacted to that. So I don't know what's truly going on there, but it's reprehensible. They need our help and prayers.
Now, part of that wasn't true. Now, I assume this video was recorded a while back, but things have changed. But I don't know if they really changed for the better or for worse. Y'all let me know.
Brian Chance, our Senator Maisie. By the way, Maisie, I told my granddaughter, whose name is Maisie as well, she said, That's why I like her. Anyway, but her name is Maisie as well. And Jill.
Shout out to the Daily Caller for this clip. That's where it comes from.
Takuda, Representative Ed Chase, Rick. When we talked on the phone, you look like you played in defensive tackle for I don't know who, but it was somebody good. But at any rate, I want to thank you for your leadership and during this unimaginable tragedy. The devastation is overwhelming. To date, 114 dead, hundreds of people unaccounted for. I remember when I got the call, my first wife and daughter. I was a young senator, and I got a call in Washington. I hadn't been sworn in yet. I wasn't old enough. And I was hiring staff in the Capitol at Teddy Kennedy's office. And I got a phone call saying from my fire department, and a young first responder kind of panicked, "You got to come home. There's been an accident." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Your wife, she's dead. Come home. Come home." The tractor trailer had broadsided her and killed her in a car accident along with my little daughter. And I remember all the way down from Washington home wondering what a lot of people here are wondering. What about my two boys? How are they? They were in the car. I never got a read on that. Were they going to be all right? They were badly injured. Were they going to make it? Had they made it? Wasn't until I walked into the emergency room that I saw that they were there. The difference between knowing somebody's gone and worrying whether they're available to come back are two different things.
I don't know about y'all, but listening to him speak is rough. It's rough, and I get it. He's old. All the more reason, though, to get Uncle Trump in there instead. Now, all seriousness, I mean, it is rough because, you know, there's no emotion. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's empty, you know? Like, it's just empty. There's nothing. There's no emotion. I don't know. Like, that just felt like, all right, I'll just read off this paper and say what it says, and we'll get through this, you know, so the public stops badgering me about this. You know, that's what that kind of felt like to me. It felt empty, but y'all let me know how y'all felt about it.
You guys catch the boots out here? That's a hot ground, man.
Hello, everybody. All right, Chris, we're going to jump ahead to the next spot.
I know. We can survive. If the United States government don't like help us, maybe Japan going, they love Hawaii. Maybe one other country, but if they can freaking take care of Ukraine, yeah, $40 billion go to Ukraine. Thing coming to us. What the? My tax-paying money for 60 years, no mean. But they're gonna take care of Ukraine, $40 billion.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Y'all see it. I mean, you see it. Oh, man. Sheesh Louise. They went at him. Just completely. I'm not going to play the rest of that clip because it's just all cursing. I mean, it's literally nothing but them saying and yelling the F word at, at Joe Biden in his caravan the whole time they're passing by. F you, with the middle fingers and everything. That's all that clip is. It's hilarious, but for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna continue to. I'm not gonna continue to show that one, but y'all know what was said. You saw a little taste of it right there, okay? But let's continue on. Trader Joe must go.
By someone they may have never met before.
Look at this.
We are a community that relies on family, on ohana, whether by blood or by friendship.
Looks like his eyes are open now.
Compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. But all kidding aside, I watched the firefighters, the way they responded.
Okay, Biden never lost his home from a lightning strike. He had a small kitchen fire that was contained in less than 20 minutes. And the fact that he went to Hawaii with almost 1,000 people missing, over 100 dead, and no one has a home anymore, and said, I lost my home too, a lie, when there was a small kitchen fire, that was pretty disgraceful.
The America Last policies of the Biden administration were on full display yesterday. I mean, it was the most cringeworthy visit of a disaster area that I've ever seen. That comment, the comment about the ground being hot, showing up 2 weeks late, I think it's inexcusable, the conduct of this administration. And quite frankly, the people of Maui and this country deserve better.
I haven't been to Hawaii in a long time. I'm not even sure I've ever been there, but I know that $700 isn't going to take care of a family for very long.
No.
But in the meantime, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars continue to flow into this black hole called Ukraine. So when's it going to stop? When are we going to take care of Hawaii? Let's go back to Ohio, where we had the derailment and the chemical spill. 4,000 human beings living in this area. The water is still not fit to drink, as I understand it. We wouldn't even invest the money to move those people to a safer area, even if it meant temporary housing or permanent housing, until this thing was cleaned up. What have we done? This is the problem. It is America last on every level.
Shout out to the Daily Caller. That's where that clip came from. But, man, and I dropped a YouTube short just the other day. Once again, make sure you're checking out my YouTube shorts, okay? I drop those just about every single day, 365, okay? So after the long format videos, after I drop those, I typically will drop some shorter 60 seconds or less type of clips at some point during the day. Can't tell you exactly when, because it's kind of random sometimes, I'll be honest. There's no real schedule to it, but just know they're coming. So definitely go and check those out. If you go to the channel tab and go over to shorts, they're all there, a whole long list. I mean, you could literally sit there for an entire day and watch 60 seconds or less clips. That's how many of them there are. There's a lot. But one of them the other day was of Joe, in my estimation, saying the quiet part out loud. And it's exactly that. Basically, America last. He said it. Came out of his mouth. Not those exact words. But I won't spoil it. Y'all go and check out that YouTube short for sure. But yeah, what do you guys think about all of this? I know this was quite a lot. We had some clips at the beginning, and of course some clips here as well. There's clips all over the place. You know what I mean? I'm taking y'all all over the place with me here. But what do y'all think? How do you feel? Do you think this was done intentionally? Do you think it just naturally happened? I mean, I think it definitely could have naturally happened, of course. But there are quite a lot of things going on all at once, which gives me a little bit of a cause to pause. You know, a little bit of a cause to pause. And conspiracy theorists have been proven right a lot recently. Do you think it is true that these allegedly these insurance companies aren't paying? Do you believe that is true? I believe it's possible. I definitely believe that's possible. I've heard some stories about people trying to collect some money from insurance companies when they felt they rightfully should have been collecting, and insurance companies weren't trying to pay anything. And that's a shame. That is a shame. I get it. On one hand, insurance companies are trying to make sure, fraud, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to have a bunch of fraud on their hands and people intentionally doing stuff just to get a check, yada, yada, yada. But come on, man. insurance companies, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do, if that is true. Now, once again, all of this is alleged, of course, allegedly. So if that is true, call your insurance company. I'm serious. Call them. Ask questions. Ask 1,000,001 questions. Make sure all the bases are completely covered. Completely covered. All right? Make sure you get it in writing. Hey, ask them, hey, is this printed in the policy, what you're telling me? Can I go to the policy pages and see this? All right? And how do you feel about their response to Joe once he arrived? You know, the FUs and, you know, the guy who I'm going to have to like bleep out what the guy was saying. He was cursing up a storm, but you got the message. They can send money over there, but they can't send money to Americans. And what I heard is allegedly happening, and I don't know if this is true or not, is they're trying to wrap more funding for Ukraine into funding to help the people of Maui. They're trying to wrap it into one bill. So when Republicans vote no, right? When some Republicans vote no, and I would assume the Freedom Caucus would vote no, they can then say, hey, look, Republicans voted no on this bill to help your fellow Americans, but in reality, they voted no to send more money over to another country. That's what they voted no towards. No to. I heard that's allegedly happening. Y'all can let me know in the comment section if you heard this, if you've heard the same thing, but I would not be shocked if they did because we've seen them do something like that before. But like I said, let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Peace and love. I'm out.